Welcome back to the ItsyBitsyBuild YouTube channel. This is a quick tutorial on how to make miniature Polaroid photographs using a Cricut machine. We're working in 1/12 and 1/6 scale, which is typically used for Barbie dolls. If we have a look at the construct of a Polaroid photo, you have this white area here, and then there's a square in the middle where the photo appears. You'll also notice that the photos have sort of a washed out look, so I've added filters to our photographs to achieve this in our mini version. Open Cricut Design Space, and under Shapes we're going to click Square. Then click the padlock in the bottom left hand corner to unlock the aspect ratio. I've then googled the dimensions of a Polaroid photograph so that we can scale it down later. So it says 10.75 by 8.84, which I've entered into the Cricut Design Space. And you should end up with a rectangle like so. I've colored that rectangle white because we're going to be using white paper, and then I'm going to cut a square out of this rectangle where the photograph will sit. So to do that, click Shapes, then click Square, and place that square around the top of your rectangle. I've then duplicated the white rectangle, which will form the back part of our photograph. Now to cut this square out of the rectangle, we're going to highlight both the rectangle and the square and head over to Actions and Slice. So the slice function will cut a square through that rectangle. The Cricut will then cut that out and we can insert the photograph underneath. I'm going to keep this square because it will help us also slice through the photos when we upload them into the Cricut Design Space. Then I've duplicated our Polaroid construct several times. You want to make extras because sometimes when the Cricut is cutting things out, it might tear through a piece. You just have some backup to work with. So now we're going to locate the images we want to use. I did a Google search for some Barbie selfies because we're working in the 1/6 scale, and I found some really cute ones. So save the ones that you like, and then we're going to apply some Polaroid filters to those photos. Now you could do this on your mobile phone. A lot of phones have filters preloaded into them. There's lots of ways to add filters to your photos. I've used Photomania because they have some really good Polaroid looking filters. You want to get that overexposed, washed out kind of look for it to be authentic. Once that's done, we're ready to upload it into the Cricut Design Space. So click Upload Image, locate the image that you've saved, and we're going to select it as a print and cut. This means the Cricut will print it out first and then it will cut out the image. So once you've done that with all of your images, we're going to load them onto your canvas. Click Uploaded Images. Select the ones you want to add to your canvas and then click Insert. Now we need to resize them to the Polaroid dimensions. That square that we made earlier is really helpful here. You can send it to the front by clicking Arrange and then resize the photo underneath so that the person in the picture is covering that box. Then we select both the photo and that square and click Slice. So it will slice through the photo, leaving the shape of the square underneath. To see what it looks like with the Polaroid, send the image to the back by clicking Arrange and then drag it over to the Polaroid and you can see it poking through underneath. Then repeat this step for all of your photos. Now it's time to resize our Polaroids to 1/6 and 1/12 scale. I've used Scale Conversion Calculator. I'll pop the link in the description below. So we enter 1/6 scale and the dimensions of the Polaroid photo in full size, and it will scale it down. So it's saying that in 1/6 scale, we need to enter 1.79 centimeters. So I head over to Cricut Design Space and I enter the height as 1.8 because I've rounded up. Then we do the same for the 1/12 scale, which will obviously be much smaller. Once you've got the scales, we're going to make it. You've got a mat with the Polaroid cutouts and you also have a mat with the pictures. The pictures will print first. You'll notice that the Cricut will also print a black square around your images. This is used so the Cricut can detect where to make the cuts. It does this by shining a light, as you can see here, and once it has detected those lines, it makes the cut. Then I've used a 200 GSM white paper to cut out the Polaroid sections. This is what they look like when they've been cut out. So to give our photos that shiny look that Polaroids have, I've used some clear contact and stuck the photos onto the contact. I've then given them a little rub to make sure they adhere to that contact. You could also use sticky tape. So let's put it all together. Stick some glue around the edge where the photo will sit. Then carefully stick your photo down facing outwards. Then glue the back to the Polaroid. And it's as simple as that. Very easy to put together. And there you have it. We've made some Polaroids in 1/6 and 1/12 scale, which you can use for your next mini project. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.